Remember, Rock, Mickey loves ya.
ARG, what is up? How we doing? Let me tell you, trying to explain to my 8-year-old son last night what I was doing today, I was like, I cannot connect the dots, kid. I'm like, I'll have to explain it later. Look, it's awesome to be here. Super pumped and appreciate ARG inviting us here. First, I grew up in voice. I'm proud to say that I grew up in voice. I feel like I'm around a lot of like-minded individuals here. Who else grew up in voice? Let me hear it from you. Grew up in voice. Who's proud to say they grew up in voice? Who thought that they would say that they were proud to grow up in voice? As a little kid, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a firefighter, I want to develop voice solutions. That's me, I'm proud of it. I want to talk about the journey of voice a little bit and how that relates to managed IT and cybersecurity services. So if you think about voice, when VoIP first rolled out, cloud-hosted VoIP, think about the adoption or the lack of adoption initially, the concern around taking your PBX from on-prem into the cloud. The risk of not having access or control. I've got a phone person, I've got a phone guy, a phone gal, right? There was so much resistance to adopting cloud-hosted VoIP. Fast forward to now. I think it's safe to say that voice is in the cloud, right? Now think about the evolution of the innovation and differentiation in voice. I remember back in the day, I used to go to a customer site, I'd plug in my Cisco 7940 into an Ethernet port and it would light up. I was like, oh shit, look at that. That was differentiated. That was big at the time. You can take your phone anywhere. Take your Cisco phone to Mexico with you on a trip, right? That was big. And then think about soft phones, right? And then applications, the movement to integration. Fast forward to now, think about where voice is. Think about where it started and that journey along the way. From the lack of adoption and concern to the massive adoption to the evolution and differentiation of voice along the way. Managed IT and cybersecurity services is going along that same exact journey, and it's right in front of our eyes as we speak right now. And that's what I really want to talk to you about today and how that works. So first, on the adoption. When you think about, again, the voice adoption, managed IT and managed security services for folks is a foreign concept to many, or it has been. But now that's wrong. The adoption is here. Businesses have realized that trying to build out and manage your own internal IT operations and your internal security operations is just a massive distraction from the core competency of your business, right? You're a law firm, you're an accounting firm. You need to be focusing on the billable hours to your clients. You need to be focused on your client experience. You need to be focused on differentiating yourself within your space. What's new and what's greatest? You're distributing produce, for God's sakes. What are you doing trying to build out an internal IT and cybersecurity team? It's not the core competency of your business. Plus, to do it successfully, the amount of investment that it takes, the distraction that comes with that. That adoption has been realized. There still is more adoption coming and coming quickly. Next, I'll come back to differentiation in just a minute, but take that back to the journey of voice. That's where managed IT and cybersecurity services is now. That adoption is hitting. It is hitting big time. But now when you get into differentiation, I want to talk about what's unique about Sourcepass and what we do. And for those that know me, I oversimplify everything, so you'll have to bear with me on that, and I think it'll apply well to everyone in here. But Sourcepass, excellent service and strategic guidance, layered with heavy innovation, okay? We happen to have 3 different sections here, so this section I want to hear as loud as you can, excellent service when I point to you. This section, strategic guidance, as loud as when I point to you. And this section, innovation. All right, ready?
Excellent service, strategic guidance, innovation. Excellent service, strategic guidance, innovation.
That's Sourcepass, baby. All right, let's break it down. Excellent service. I challenge everyone, I seriously think about this for a minute. Any employee that you know that doesn't rely on technology to be successful in their role. After a couple beers tonight at the Caps game, come challenge me. I love this conversation. You cannot find one employee that is not relying on technology to be successful in their role. Employees need technology to be reliant, they need it to be secure, and they need support when they want it, how they want it. If you get in the way of successful IT and security for your employees, you're going to impact employee satisfaction. You're going to impact their ability to be successful. If If you impact their employee satisfaction, you will impact your customer satisfaction. If you impact your customer satisfaction, you impact your revenue. That's how this world works. IT is at the center of everything that we do. There's no refuting that. And if you'd like to, again, meet me at the Caps game tonight. So excellent service. Is good service and managed IT and security, is that a differentiator? Is that unique? No. That is table stakes. You have to realize that. That is table stakes. That's taking your Cisco 7940 and plugging it into an Ethernet port. That's table stakes. If somebody tells you that they're differentiated by good service, they've lost the fight. They've lost the fight in supporting their customers. They've lost the fight to cybersecurity. They've lost the fight to the competition. They sure as hell lost the fight in this ring. Excellent service, good service is table stakes. You have to. That's a minimum requirement. At Sourcepass, we have over 300 people in our service operations. We have a 24/7 support organization, a 24/7 in-house network and security operations team. We do the common things uncommonly well at Sourcepass to deliver excellent service. Table stakes, not a differentiator. Strategic guidance. All right, let's talk about that a little bit. Where's my strategic guidance group? All right. All right. Companies have goals. You ever hear that, right? There's goals everywhere. Quarterly goals, monthly goals, annual goals. There's goals on walls, mission statements, all that, right? Goals. A goal without a plan is just a wish, okay? A goal without a plan is just a wish. So companies have goals, but if you don't have, again, remember, IT is at the center of everything we do. We just agreed to that. You agreed to it by default. So IT is the center of everything we do. So if you have company goals, but you don't have an IT roadmap and a plan to achieve those goals, it's just a wish. It's at the center of everything you do, right? You got to think about that. So strategic guidance is really where Sourcepass comes into play. We invest heavily within our teams to make sure we can provide the right roadmap and understand our clients' goals, their business, their outcomes, their objectives that they need to achieve. And we develop that roadmap and that plan to align with and accelerate those goals. And that's what's so exciting also about the ARG partnership, because that's exactly what you do. That's the model. Now all it's doing is adding more horsepower to this. We developed that plan together. So specifically with the Sourcepass, most of us, our background is in customer service, client success, customer experience. And so we've invested very heavily in that group. We've got an awesome client team. In addition to that, we have a VCIO practice. We do regular technology assessments with our clients, and we develop a plan and a roadmap that aligns to their goals. And that's where we partner up more horsepower together to go and accomplish those goals. So that's strategic guidance. My innovation group. Let me hear innovation one more time. All right. Innovation's twofold for us. One, we invest heavily in the technology we use and deliver to our employees for them to be successful, to have the right data, information, insights when they need it, how they need it to service clients the best way that we can. But it's not just about the best service. Of course, that's at the root of everything, but it's allowing our employees and enabling them to have meaningful engagements. You can't do the strategic guidance if the blocking and tackling's in the way. If you're talking about the basics, right, of orders or trying to find information or tracking, all of that, get that out of the way so we can spend our time on meaningful engagements and strategic guidance with our clients. So on the innovation front, again, we invest heavily in the technology our employees use to enable our employees. And then for our clients, we have a proprietary platform, Quest by Sourcepass. And I'm very specific, it's a platform, not a portal. Quest is our access, it enables our clients to have all of that access and visibility to their entire IT environment. Everything from self-service on ticketing to all of your ticketing metrics and understanding your user behavior and environment, to understanding all of your vendor renewals and your service agreements and so forth, to billing and tracking and all the information. I can go on and on about what is in the platform of Quest, but the point on that is it brings us on the same page as our clients. It's not outsourcing your IT. It's not going overseas. It's not going to this unique group or anything like that. We're just simply the subject matter experts that are your IT and cybersecurity arm, but Quest enables us to sing from the same sheet. We're looking at the same information, right? So that holds us accountable, provides the client the visibility, that understanding of their environment, but also it enables us to focus on those meaningful engagements. So that is what's big about us at Sourcepass. So again, we have... Whoa! That's my group there. All right, so let me just give you a couple use cases here. One client, Cornerstone Government Affairs, a government public relations organization right in DC. They came to us and they had a need for some advice around security. There was an IT manager there, awesome IT manager, work with him still all the time. He's a super competent person. He knew what he knew and he knew what he didn't know. He's looking for advice on security. So when we sat down with him, we didn't talk about security at first, right? Talked about the company, understanding their goals, understanding the business, what they're looking to achieve. And in doing that, we learned all about their goals. And really, in order for them to continue to drive revenue, the name of the game is speed to response on bids, okay? Within speed to response, you have to fill out your security information, right? That's a big part of the RFP. Spinning your wheels trying to do that, get that information, get it right. Also, if the answers aren't ideal answers, right? So they came to us for originally the cybersecurity needs, but then we understood how their business operated, what was most important to them. Then we started talking about employee experience. And when you talk to the employees about IT, the reaction is kind of, like that was IT, right? But you have this awesome IT manager and a great systems admin that they're working with. Like, what is the disconnect? They had a level 1 help desk organization that they were using, an outsourced level 1, the table stakes, and they weren't meeting the bar on table stakes. So now you got employee experience, you got all this interconnected. So we developed a solution for the client where we do full managed IT and cybersecurity for them, but we also do the security advisory. So when those forms and those RFPs come in, number 1, the information is better, the answers. Number 2, we take on that legwork. Let the client go focus on getting new bids. Bring us more and more bids. Like, let's go drive this thing together. And now the employee experience is an entirely different page. So what we did there with that client is we enabled that IT team to be stronger. We deployed all of our technology tools, we deployed all of our assets, and we share that together, right? We're sharing the workload, and that team just became that much stronger. All while we reduced their overall IT spend, okay? So again, it's focusing on goals, understanding the business, and then leveraging the solutions to get there. Another use case is a pharmaceutical manufacturing company in Virginia. And this is a really cool organization. I mean, hyper growth, crazy innovative. They're a very unique and cool organization. They came to us coincidentally on the need for security assistance. Now, they've gone through the adoption, they understand the model. So they were working with a security partner, and then we found out they were working with a managed IT partner. The security partner was underperforming, that's what they were looking for assistance on. Same song and dance, right? We go through the goals, we understand the business. I learned more about pharmaceutical manufacturing than you never believe. But we understood the goals and what they're working to achieve, and then as we understood the employee experience and the challenges they were having with the managed IT provider, same thing. We put together a comprehensive solution for the managed IT and cybersecurity. Now, their internal IT team is a highly competent team. Their CIO is a very reputable person, cybersecurity subject matter expert, and he's got a group of engineers that are highly, highly skilled, right? The bar is here, right, with this client. This client, though, has the ideal model. That CIO and those engineers are focusing on innovating pharmaceutical manufacturing. They're not focused on the internal IT and cybersecurity strategy. They need a partner for that, and that's where Sourcepass came into play. So we're also very close to our clients. I mean, for those that know me, I'm very close. I grew up in customer success. I'm passionate about it. And we have an executive sponsorship program, so I'm one of the sponsor for this organization. And I sat down with the CIO shortly after we onboarded, about 2 months after. And I asked him, I said, why is it that we didn't even talk about managed IT initially? And he said, we had about a 15-year relationship with a managed IT partner before. It's kind of hard to peel away from that. Also, we're moving so fast we couldn't skip a beat. He's like, just the concern and disruption. He said, I tell you, Matt, I set all the expectations with my team. We were transitioning. There's going to be bumps along the road. He was like, believe me, I'm managing expectations. I said, that was the smoothest process I could have ever imagined. It was absolutely flawless. Okay? So fast forward a couple weeks ago, I get a call. This CIO was nominated for Orbeez Capital CIO of the Year Award coming up in June in DC. The call was from the group that is delivering the award. The CIO asked that we represent and deliver the award to him because we enabled him to get there. That's what we do when we focus on goals. We're committed, we answer the call, and we show up. Let's go! One more. We got 5 seconds.
Strategic guidance.